Friends, in today's video, we'll be talking about what is SEMRush, how can SEMRush really help you to improve or to track your various Google rankings, how to set up a free account on SEMRush, what are the differences between free account and paid account on SEMRush, and what are the different features within SEMRush. Let's get going. I have been a marketer for almost about 11 years, and you will not believe that all of those 11 years, one of the tools that I have always gone back to and used in my marketing career has been SEMRush. Because SEMRush as a tool allows you to not just keep a track on your SEO performance or the keyword performance, it also allows you to discover new keywords as well as allows you to get a very quick overview on how the SEO across your website is performing. In fact, SEMRush really started as an SEO audit tool, but today it has added so many different features that you will really find it useful as a publisher, as a blog creator to use it. Let's get going. So to get started with SEMRush, you need to be on the SEMRush website. You must recall actually in our Google Search Console video, which is linked here, that we have a website called Diabetes on Track. Now what we need to do is to create a SEMRush account for Diabetes on Track, right? So what we will do is go to semrush.com. We will go ahead and set up a free account first, right? Now, free account has certain limitations. We will get to those limitations once we have set up the free account. Having said that, the free account in itself is reasonably powerful to give you some idea about SEMRush, and you can always take a free trial just so that you can understand what happens in various pro or guru accounts and things like that. The best part about actually setting up of SEMRush is that you don't need a developer or you don't need any kind of technical know-about or things like that. Right, you can set up your SEMRush pretty much just by yourself. So let's click on sign up. We will create an account with my email ID. So I have gone ahead and created an account. It is going to verify a few things. So let's hope I get the CAPTCHA correct. And it looks like it has. It will send across a confirmation code on the email. So I'll go back on my email. As you can see, I've got the verification code here. So we'll come back, we'll input the verification code, a few more CAPTCHAs to solve, and there. You just have to simply customize how did you come and why did you come to SEMRush today. So let's say this is a personal project that I'm working on. My experience is I've started performing some marketing tasks. How many people in the company? So let's say 6 to 20. How long you've been working on SEO? So let's just, for the sake of putting it in this video, we can say more than 5 years. And initially I'll ask you to start a trial right here. Now, when you start a trial on SEMRush, you have to basically give your credit card details, right? Again, it is not going to charge anything from your credit card unless and until that trial period has ended, right? So the payment only happens post the trial period. Now, in this case, we're just going to go ahead and skip the trial and we'll straight away go into the free account. Now, in this free account, you will see this is the sort of screen that you get on SEMRush. You can only track one project because this is on a free trial. So I'm just going to pick up my website URL. Go into the projects. Now, project is essentially what you are working on in SEMRush. That's actually called a project. So we'll input our website and we'll click on start now, right? So as you can see, it is checking all the details. So there is some technical audit that has also come, right? Seeking more insight, set up your project now and examine the health site. So let's go ahead and set up for site audit. Okay. Diabetes on Track, limit of check pages 100 per audit, crawl sources with the website, and send me an email every time the audit is completed. So let's start the audit. So we're just setting up the basic SEO audit of Diabetes on Track. Let's save that. So it has crawled about 4 pages. So as you can stay on this screen and just see this happening in real time. If you have a big website, which has multiple pages, this process can take some time. So as you can see, now the audit has been completed. You have your pages crawled. We were able to crawl 28 pages out of the 100 pages that are allowed in this free version. We have some warnings. So let's just get into the health of the site. And when you click on this, you see that the website has a very good health, 92%. You will actually start seeing some errors here in case any errors come. If you click on, for example, warnings, there are 42 warnings. If you click on this, this will show the several warnings. 11 pages now in this case don't have a meta description. There are 11 issues with unminified JavaScripts and CSS files. Now you can just simply write from here, click on the number of pages, and you will be good to go in order to actually just see what are the pages that don't have the meta descriptions and various different things. Right? So this is how you check the health of the website. We'll go back to our projects and click on diabetes on track. So you have your audit reports right here. You can set up your position tracking. Now in this case, position tracking, we want to track on Google. You can track it on Bing or Baidu, etc. across various different devices, whether it is desktop, mobile or tablet. Location. So in this case, let's say the location we want to track is in United States. Business name for local map pack not needed. Keywords. So what are the kind of keywords that you want to track? You can set that up while you're setting up the project itself. So let's say diabetes is a keyword that we want. Diabetes in old people is a keyword that we want to rank. And you can obviously keep this selected, which is send me a weekly ranking via email. You will get that on email, and just click on start tracking. So we have added 2 keywords. Now, of course, in the free version, you have a limitation of number of keywords that you can track, right? So it is just going to be gathering the exact immediate data right from today. Now, in case you want to get historical data also, which is, let's say you're setting up the project today, but you want to know, let's say 1 year ago, what is the performance of various keywords, you can go actually for the Guru plan on SEMRush that allows you to do that, right? So it is just getting the positional tracking data right from today onwards. So if you set up your SEMRush account today, the ranking or the tracking will start happening from today itself, right? So we'll just allow it to gather the data, and as soon as that green bar completes, you know that you're almost there. The data is almost going to come in front of you. So again, it depends on how many keywords that you add. Sometimes if you add more keywords from certain locations, it may take a little bit more time to set up your SEMRush. So just remain patient. So as you can see, we've got the ranking. So as you can see, the visibility right now is 0%, which means that in the region, for the keywords that we want to rank for, there is no visibility, which means we have not been able to rank at all. Of course, this is a new site, right? Which means also that I need to start working on keywords related to diabetes and diabetes in old people to start gaining this ranking. Now, this is a very interesting insight. We'll go back into our project now. And here you will also start seeing these stats right up front. So because this is a brand new website, the authority score is 0. In fact, just hold on till slightly later part of this video where we will show you on a website which has been running for a little bit how this domain, how this page really looks like. So in this case, the authority score is 0, organic traffic is 0, keywords are 0, paid keywords are 0, referring domains are 6, which means there are 6 domains which are referring to my domain or have given me the backlink. A very useful bit of information. And you also get your positional tracking right here. You get your site audit. You can do your backlink audit check on page SEO Checker as well. Just all you have to basically just keep doing is click on setup. You can also get your PPC related information here by clicking on setup, and it is going to attach it to your Google AdWords account. Right. So this is pretty much how you set up your SEMRush account. Once this is set up, how it looks like and what are the different things you can do. Let's look at for a different domain where we have already got SEMrush running, and for the sake of showing across all the various different features that are there on SEMrush, we will do it on a paid plan, right? Some of the limitations actually on the free plan is the number of keywords that you can track. So in general, you can only track about 10 keywords. The second limitation is also the number of requests that you can send. So you can only actually send about 10 odd requests per day when it comes to the free account, right? So that is a limiting factor. Okay, so let's jump over to a paid account and see what more can you track on SEMrush. So as you can see here in this SEMrush account, this is a paid account which is running on a pro plan, right? So we are using the pro plan. We have one user and we will check what are the different features that we can do on, what are the different things that we can do on SEMrush. So in projects, which is the best part on the pro plan, you can manage up to 5 different projects, right? So in this case, this is the first project, second project, third project, fourth project, and fifth project. So the good part is as soon as you click on the projects, the projects link here on the top left, you get an immediate link of, or you get an immediate overview of what are the various parameters that you should be checking your site for. So for example, what is the site health? You get to see your site health right here. So in this case, the site health is about 59%, though it has improved by 3%. The positional tracking, what is my position on an average looking like, how many backlinks do I have, and what are the organic traffic numbers looking like. So let's go ahead and click on this project and see what are the different things you can see. So if you remember from the free account where the authority score and traffic score and organic keyword score was absolutely 0, in this case it is a lot more, because this is a slightly older website that we have been running on SEMrush for a long time. So you see your authority score is 38. Now any of the scores, if you click, it gives you a little bit more information about that. So in this case, if we click on the authority score, you can see that the number of referring domains is 2.5K. The number of backlinks is 70K. Now you may ask, why are the backlinks so high and the referring domains are so little? So let's say there is a domain abcd.com which has been sending, let's say, 3 backlinks every 2 days to me, right? So in which case the referring domain remains 1, but the number of backlinks becomes 3 multiplied by whatever number of days those backlinks have come. What my average traffic is looking like, my organic traffic, my outbound domains where I have given the backlink, and the overall toxicity score, right? So maybe the toxicity score is something that I need to work upon, because there are number of toxic domains is 14%, potentially toxic domains is 19%, and non-toxic domains is 67%, right? So when you click on any of these, so for example, if I want to just check referring domains, I will click here and I will get a complete report of all the backlinks that I have received. In this case, the authority score, for example, is 39 from this particular domain. So I can actually go ahead and sort this by the authority score. So now this is great. I've got a backlink from adobe.com where the authority score is 100, right? So it gives you a very quick snapshot of how your backlinks are performing. So let's go back into domain overview and back to the screen where you can see all the different details. So we have the authority score, organic score, number of backlinks. We also can see what is the distribution of organic versus paid traffic share, right? So we are not running any paid campaigns, so no problem, everything is organic. Because here we have also connected our Google Analytics account, you can see the organic traffic trend as well, right? So paid traffic, of course, is null. But if you are running some paid campaigns, you will be able to see your paid traffic as well as your organic traffic here, right? You will get a quick overview on the number of organic keywords. So let's see how many do we have in top 3. So in top 3, if you see on 1st of July, 2nd of July, 3rd of July, we are looking at about 190 keywords which are in top 3 for us. And you get to know those right here, which is in your organic research. So if you click on the keywords, you can click on view details. It will give you a list of all the keywords that you are ranking for and what is your rank and what is the estimation of traffic coming from those particular keywords. So in this in the first keyword here, my ranking is first. This is the volume of traffic it is driving. What is the percentage of that traffic, the volume of traffic, and the keyword difficulty as well. So you get your KD percentage, right? And on which URL it is redirecting to, and what does this SERP look like on search. So if you just click on this, it will open a snapshot of your SERP. So when you click on that, it just opens a SERP view for that particular keyword, and where your particular ranking is highlighted in this orange, right? So here also, by the way, when you come into your organic search positions, you get what is the intent of this keyword. So let's just click on this keyword, right? And you see what is the volume that also comes on SEMrush, the difficulty, and what are the global volumes. So in this case, India alone is driving about 2.9K of traffic here. The intent of this traffic is navigational and transactional. Transactional intent is basically where the user wants to complete an action, make a purchase, etc. Or navigation is they want to find a particular page or any particular part of the website, so they are just browsing through, right? You also get some keyword ideas here, and what is going to be the basic SERP analysis as well. So you can really drill down all the way down to a particular keyword and find the details of that particular keyword which you are ranking for already. Now, for example, we also rank for a keyword called ComScore, right? So if we click on ComScore, you will be able to see what is the global volume, what is the keyword difficulty. You can drive traffic from various different places. The intent is navigational. There are several keyword ideas as well that SEMRush throws at you, that in case you're ranking for this particular keyword, why don't you also consider different keywords like ComScore Pune, ComScore stock price, for example, right? ComScore box office. Now, some of these may or may not be really relevant for your blog, so you have to really pick up what is relevant for you and what is not relevant for you, right? What are the different kind of questions that you can add and make sure that your website answers. This will of course give you the overall SERP picture of who is ranking where. So number one is ComScore's own website, followed by Wikipedia, LinkedIn, Twitter, and then that's rest. So that's on your keyword overview. So let's get back to our project page, right? And on our project page, we have gone through the site audit. Again, we've gone through it in the free version. It happens very similarly in the paid version as well. Now on the on-page SEO Checker window, you get a very good update on the full SEO performance of your particular website, right? So now in this case, it is telling me that there is a particular page where it has about 4 ideas which needs to be optimized. Now these are the pages that drive the maximum number of volume. So let's just go and click on the ideas. It says SEO strategy needs no improvement. No keyword cannibalization is happening from a strategy standpoint. From a SERP features standpoint, it says if there is a high probability that your page may appear in featured snippet, we'll tell you about it. But on the content side as well, it has given me a very detailed report that the H1 tag contains the target keyword, page content length is good enough, the semantic is okay, there are some backlinks, technicals are all okay, right? So it gives you a very clear picture of what those particular pages are performing, or what are the potential of those pages to perform when it comes to your SERP ranking. Now in this case, it is saying that semantics, compared to your rivals, some keywords are not present on your page's content. Try to enrich your page's content with the following semantically related keywords. So it is saying that you need to add some of these keywords and you need to earn more backlinks, right? So if you don't have an SEO team also with you, SEMrush is very capable of basically being your teacher or your guide to help you with your SEO. So let's go back, and now that we have seen what on-page SEO Checker looks like, you also get a backlink audit report. In fact, right up front, it also tells you some of the toxic backlinks, right? So for example, these are some of the backlinks that Google has already marked as toxic. It is a good practice perhaps for you to go ahead and make sure that these links are removed. So we can click on view full report, and you will get your entire backlink audit report right here. In the backlink audit report, what you get is basically how is your website performing when it comes to the kind of backlinks that you have generated. Now in my case here, we say that, or rather we are seeing the percentage of toxic backlinks is reasonably high. So SEMRush is telling me that I need to concentrate on that. In this case, about 14.1% links are actually toxic, right? As you keep going down, you will see what is the breakup of these backlinks. You get a list of top 100 referring domains. So these are the domains that are referring to you. Their categories is listed here as well. The referring domains by authority score also comes here. So in this case, about 70% of the backlinks that I have got, they are from domains which are in the authority score of between 0 to 20. So maybe this is something that I should be working upon to try and get more backlinks from websites where the authority score is, let's say, between 21 and 60. That should be my ideal target, right? You also get what are the anchor text from which you're getting the backlinks. So in most of the cases, it will be my brand name or one of the services that I provide. As we keep going down, you will see a few more details, whether these are follow links or they are no follow links. So in this case, about 45% of the backlinks that I have generated are actually follow, which is decent. There should always be a good balance between follow and no follow backlinks. Most of the SEO experts, you would not believe, till date make this mistake where they only want follow backlinks and they don't want no follow backlinks, right? You should ideally achieve or try to achieve some sort of a balance there. And this, I believe, is a very decent balance. 60-40 is usually a very decent balance. This is about the backlink audit. Let's go back into our project. You also get your traffic, your organic traffic insights. So in this case, it is about 7,000 in the last 7 days. And you will see the traffic analytics data from your Google Analytics as well. As you keep going down, you get to see the organic research in terms of the keywords positions, how are they doing, how many are improving, how many are declining. So this is again an important graph. The backlink analytics, something that we have already seen. So some of this is actually repeated information because this is actually just an overview page, right? So this is how you can track on the project dashboard various things that SEMRush gives. So let's keep going and enter into the domain overview. Now, domain overview in comparative research is extremely easy, is extremely useful rather, I must say, because it allows you to check any domain that you may want to track or any of the competitors of yours that you may want to track. Right? Let's say my competitor is, I can input any competitor's name and I want to only check how they are performing in United States. So as you can see, immediately it gives me a report that this particular domain's authority score is reasonable at 39. Their organic search traffic is much lower than what mine is. Even though it has increased, they're also not running any paid ads. What are the top keywords that they are ranking for? Their distribution of position. Majority of their keywords are being used for intent that is informational, that is people are coming to their website to just know about things. Transactional is very little. This is good news for me, which means that somebody is going to the website to only read, not to really buy, right? Some of the organic keywords competitors are also listed here, and it gives you a very brief overview of any domain that you want to keep a close eye on, right? In fact, if you save that and you go back into your projects window, you will see here something called as domain for monitoring. Now, something that you need to keep an eye on, or something that That is very important when you're selecting the plan for SEMrush. In the Pro plan, you can only have 5 projects, which means you can actively track only 5 websites, right? But if you want to track more websites and just want to get a overview, you can keep adding domains for monitoring, right? You can, I think, go up to about 100 domains. If you want a complete understanding of the various plans for SEMrush, what you need to do is go to semrush.com/pricing, and you have your pricing, all of this here. We will of course drop a link to the pricing plan below. Of course, you should be paying annually to save a little bit more. This is the plan that we are currently on, Pro plan. So it says current plan, we can work on 5 projects, we can get about 500 keywords to track, 10,000 results per report. Guru also gives you slightly more in number, and it also gives you historical data, which is something that I have already mentioned in the last part of the video. So another thing that SEMrush is really useful for is figuring out what is the kind of keyword gap that you have between your competitors. So let's say there is a website which you want to keep a very close eye on for what kind of keywords are they ranking for versus what are the kind of keywords that you are ranking for. Okay, so let's say we'll add our domain and we'll add a competitor's domain, right? It is going to essentially compare the keywords between both the domains. So in this case, as you can see, the overlap or the number of keywords which are common between both the domains is not very high. It is about just 70, right? It also gives you some of the keywords, especially which are shared, on which rank both of you are. So in this case, for example, for this particular keyword, we are on 11th, the competitor is on 16th. But if you just change this tab and go into the missing keywords, it will give you by the domain what is the performance. So for example, this is a keyword, we are not ranking for it, but our competitor is ranking for it. It has a great volume. At the same time, the keyword difficulty is a lot, right? And for from a PPC standpoint, my CPC, if I have to run an ad on this, is going to be about $0.16. Right? Now, this analysis is very important because it allows me to create a plan where there are certain keywords I have now discovered which my competitor is ranking for, but I am not ranking for. So I can bridge that gap by creating content around certain keywords. So SEMrush is not just great for you to know your SEO performance, but also analyze what are the new keywords that you should be adding to your bucket. Right? Similar to keyword gap, there is also a backlink gap where you can input, it has already picked up, in fact, that's very good. It has already picked up my competitor and figured out that what are the prospects for me to get backlinks in order to cancel out the backlinks that my competitor has also got, right? So in this case, it is showing some of the best prospects for me to get a backlink from, right? And similarly, you can actually see what are the domains where you both have got a backlink. So if you click on shared, it is gonna say that now, for example, Adobe has given a backlink to both of us. It's just that we've got 2 and they have got 1, right? So this is a very useful tool again to understand what are the kind of keyword gaps that you have and what are the kind of backlink gaps that you have. Now, another tool which is very useful within SEMrush is called the Keyword Magic tool. Right now, Keyword Magic tool basically allows you to understand or figure out what are the various keywords around a particular topic that you should be using. Now, in my case, I want to target, let's say, keywords around push notifications, right? So when I click on this, it is gonna give me a list of various keywords that I could add to my keyword list in order to start monitoring my ranking and performance on it. This also allows me to give a direction to my content team about what are the different keywords that they can actually start tracking or start looking for. Now, in this case, keywords around web push notifications or push notification settings or mobile push notifications, Discord. And you also get, of course, the volumes which are next to it, right? And the keyword difficulty, the CPC around it. So if I just want to look at the lowest possible volume, I can sort it by that, or the highest possible volume, I can do that. You also, of course, get the intent based on this. So the magic tool is really, really useful because it allows me to understand what are the different keywords around just one particular keyword, what are the different keywords and permutations, combinations that I should be creating. Right. So we looked at some of the broad matches. You can also, we looked at some phrase matches. We can look at some slightly broader matches as well, and the exact match if you want, but generally just phrase match is more than sufficient. So now basically what we have done is, from the keyword magic tool, we have figured out what are the different keywords that we really need, right? Or what are the keywords that we want to track. You can obviously keep adding to the list. Now let's go ahead and track what are the different keywords that we need and what are their rankings, how are they performing. For that, you just have to come to this positions tracking and click on a website. Now in this case, there are 69 keywords that we have already added to the list. And if you click on just the number of keywords right here, it should take you to the list of those keywords, right? So you can see what are the keywords that have been added and when did the tracking start, what is the limit. So in the pro account, by the way, you can track about 500 odd keywords. So this is done. The visibility is about 1.39%. The average position is about 70. So we're not doing very well on these keywords, but it will give you what are the top keywords that are ranking for you, where the impact has been most, where the visibility, therefore the gain, has been most, where you have lost the ranking, and the market traffic versus the selected domain trends. So where you are doing compared to some of the other people compared to in your space. Right, so various different pages, how many keywords they have, what are their average ranking, all of this you can get right here on the position tracking. So the idea is, for position tracking to work very well, you need a few keywords added up front, and you can actually do that while you are using just the magic tool itself. So we'll just go back and check for push notifications, the keywords that we were doing. And right here, we can add, for example, this particular keyword to the keyword list so that it starts tracking those particular keywords. Now, as we go along, you can obviously check for the site audit. So the site audit tab is basically, showing the health of your website. You get, of course, this overview when you are coming from the project itself, but you have some more information like the crawled pages here, site performance percentage, internal linking, etc. You also see your top issues here, again, something that you were able to see during the overview of the project as well, where you could just click on the number of issues to know what are the different issues that are there. So let's go back to the SEO dashboard and check in case there is something that we may have missed, right? So one of the things that we can do is, when we are checking for domain analytics, is select the location of any place whose results we want to specifically check. So let's say I want to check for United Kingdom, how is my site performing? I can click on United Kingdom. I can see that I have an organic traffic of 55 from the UK. I can select whether it is from desktop or mobile. I can also select the position tracking by the period. So in this case, it is showing me the result from the last 7 days. I can check for the last 30 days also. You get to see your site audit. We've spoken about that. On-page SEO checker, we've spoken about. Backlink health audit, again, is something that we have spoken about. Organic traffic insights is again something that we have spoken about. So like I was saying, that most of SEMRush you will be able to navigate through, and you will be able to figure your way around just by using the projects tab all alone, right? However, if you want to get into very, very specific things, most of those things are visible in your left-hand navigational bar, where you can keep going and checking for competition, your different keywords, your backlink analysis, position tracking, how is the organic keyword performing, etc. If you want a more detailed video on how to find keywords specifically how to find keywords for your particular publication or for your blog, we'll have that video for you linked next. Thank you.